You are going to hit a wall when you start losing weight. Every single successful transformation that you see has this. After losing 70 pounds myself, I've hit all four walls and a couple of these walls multiple times. So once you understand what wall you're in, you will start to understand how to break through this wall and be able to see weight loss results and hold them off forever. So let's dive into the first wall of weight loss. So this is what your weight loss starts to look like. And this first wall right here is what I actually like to call the newbie wall. So this is where you are pretty dang new to losing weight. Maybe you've done it for a couple months or you've tried a couple things for a few months, but this is the very beginning. I think this wall has a massive opportunity that a lot of people actually get discouraged from. During the beginning, you don't know what to do. And there are a lot of positives to this because you're fresh, you're in the beginning, you're not as confused as somebody who's maybe tried multiple things. Also, during this time, a lot of people just think like they can't lose weight because their body is different. Weight loss just feels slower for me. I can't seem to lose the pounds. And during this wall as well, a lot of people, when they hit this wall, they tend to start thinking like, they tend to start having the problem of they just can't lose the dang weight for a long period of time. Maybe you lose a couple pounds, but that's about all you see and you don't see much other progress. Or maybe you're at the beginning, the starting point, and you just really haven't started at all because you don't know what necessarily to do. You've seen a little success, but not really much at all. During this time, the best fix that you can do, and I'm going to put it right here in red, is going to be I want you to take action. This is by far the best thing that you can do in the newbie phase because action is where most people fall short. So what does this look like? I want you to make it so that you have such a low barrier that you literally have no other option but to achieve that. Think about this like a box jump. A lot of people hate to do box jumps because they sit there and they see that and it's almost a mental struggle than it is the actual physical task of jumping over it. But if I gave you a box that was like this tall, you would almost have no choice now but to be able to jump it because it was so easy and you would succeed at this. And then if I increased another inch, you would probably succeed at it again because like I said, the biggest problem is just the mental barrier. So you need to make sure that you are doing or you are lowering the barrier that is so easy to do it. So an easy way that you can do this is let's say you're averaging 4,000 steps every single day. So take a look at your watch or the health app on your phone, see how much you are currently averaging. Now, all you need to do is just add 2,000 steps. Quit trying to strive for the 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 steps in a week. I start seeing people increases more and more and just start striving for something that is such a low barrier that you have no option but now to take the action and start. Because a lot of people get stuck in this game of like, oh, I don't know what to do. I need to start over planning everything. And they get stuck with never actually taking the action. And the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to start when things are not convenient. I have found the most success when I do this. So very recently, I have started posting on YouTube Monday through Friday. So I post a single YouTube video every single day for those 5 days. To me, like before this was a massive task for me to even just to get one YouTube video out a week. It took a lot of planning. It took a lot of trying to edit a bunch because I don't really, you don't realize how long it takes to edit something. It takes a lot just to even film sometimes. But now I just like to click the camera and start recording. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna make this so inconvenient for myself. I'm gonna do this 5 times out of the week, or I'm gonna do this at a day during the week where I am like just have to take the action. So for you, what this could be is maybe it is Wednesday night and you have considered starting to lose weight. You track that meal, so you make the barrier low, and then you track that meal at an inconvenient time instead of sitting here saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow morning to start tracking my calories." No, do it at a time that is inconvenient. Do it not the first of the month. Do it during the middle of the week. Do it at a time that most people won't to get the results that most people aren't willing to get. Now, if you're unsure about necessarily where to start, because this is a big piece of this wall that you're going to hit is you don't know exactly what to do, well, I have a whole free 7-day plan that you can access by clicking in the link in the description. I give you a new thing every single day over the next 7 days to get you from off track to on track with losing weight, and a whole free workout plan in there as well, and I help you find your calorie deficit. All right. Now, let's move on to wall 2. This tends to be people who have been losing weight for around maybe like 4-ish weeks, maybe for like 4 to 6 weeks. And I call this phase the the plateau wall. So this is that second wall where a lot of people during this time will say, I've hit a stall. I've hit a plateau, and I just can't seem to figure out why weight loss is just not really working for me. Weight loss during this time will feel slow. Like a lot of people out here will say, "Oh, I'm only losing a pound of weight loss a week, or a half a pound of weight loss. Like, why is my weight loss not a lot faster?" Or you sit there and you feel like you're working really hard, but producing very little results, if any results at all. And you can't seem to figure out why it's not working for you, even though you feel like you're doing all the right things, but you see all these other people seeing success and you're just not. So, what I want you to do during this time, there are 2 fixes to this second wall. Is the first one being is your expectations. So during this time, a lot of people have a very false understanding of what good progress really is for weight loss. A half a pound or 2 pounds of weight loss a week is phenomenal progress. And a lot of people don't understand this. They think they should be losing weight fast. Or maybe they do understand this, but they get caught up in the day by day looking at the scale, and they get pissed off when the scale goes ahead and spikes up 2 pounds. And then they get super pumped when it goes down 2 pounds. Or it feels like it's just staying the same couple pounds for a long period of time. And then they think they're just stuck in this plateau. And then I sit there and I ask either my clients or I ask people who message me online, like, how long has it really been? And then they go back and look, and it's been 10 days, 14 days. It could be literally 21, 28 days. And still, this is not enough time yet. You need to start looking at trends over time to see if you're losing weight. But the reason you get stuck with this expectation is because you see the beginning of weight loss, like it's fast. You're gonna drop probably 5 pounds in the beginning when you take the action, because you are losing water weight off of your body, you are losing volume of food in your stomach, and you probably lost a pound or maybe 2 pounds of fat during this time. So your expectations were too high, and you need to now start lowering those expectations and get good and get comfortable knowing that weight loss is probably gonna take longer than you want it to be. Now, the second thing that you need to do is you need to have a level of consistency. Most people fail at wall 2. If they even get past this first wall, most people tend to fail here because, like I said, they feel like things are not working. But the biggest thing when it comes to consistency that you need to start doing and asking yourself is, what can I do this specific thing for a long period of time? So 60 days, 90 days, make it extreme, say a year. And what is that thing? That thing could be your diet. Can I do the current diet that I'm doing for the next 6 months, the next year? If the answer is no, then you won't get consistency. You won't get the long-term weight loss results that you want. This also goes for your workouts. Can I do this workout for the next year? These types of workouts for the next year? The amount of workouts for the next year? If the answer is no, then you're not going to be consistent. You're not going to get past this second phase. Can you do these amount of calories for the next 3 months? Is it realistic, or am I starving all the time? If the answer is no again, then you need to reapproach how you tackle your calorie deficit. Now, like I said, most people don't make it past this plateau, but if you can take the action, have realistic expectations, now consistency happens, then this is where you start to get to this third phase, in this third wall. And this is actually a really big wall, to be honest with you. You'll see there's a huge gap because this is where most people fail. Now they get to here. And I probably actually could even move this line right in here. And I like to call this phase the life phase. This is the part where you are seeing progress. For me, I lost 70 pounds and I started to see a lot of progress. But here's what starts to happen. Like I said, I actually probably should move this line right here, but here's what starts to happen. You get to a point where something gets in the way. Maybe you have a change in career, or maybe you're just more focused on your career at this time. Or you could have a kid. Maybe like a big change in your life happens. Some massive change happens. Maybe you moved across the country. You took another massive change in your life is happening. It could be something tragic, something that, didn't go well in your life right now. And fitness and weight loss needed to take a back seat. I am telling you, At some point in your life, this is going to happen. You are going to hit this wall. Now, a lot of my clients that I work with, I set them up for success early on here. So when this wall happens, it's not as big as a challenge because we approach weight loss and your diet in a way that's going to be sustainable. But the big issue that people have here is what they do is they do an all or nothing with their weight loss and they stop completely. The last thing that you want to do is stop completely. So right here, what your fix is going to be is don't stop. Believe in is don't stop. But you don't have to do things at the same intensity when this part of your life happens. So back when I lost 70 pounds, there was a period of my life where I actually ended up gaining about 30 to 40 pounds because I had a internship that we took a massive leap to move to Boston. By we, I mean my girlfriend and my current fiance now. We took a massive leap to move to Boston. I was really focused on this internship because I wanted to start doing strength and conditioning and working with athletes. Later on, I changed my mind and now I'm helping people lose fat. And during this, I had a massive life change. So my fitness took a backseat. But the biggest issue that I ran into was I wasn't doing in what I call maintaining. It is so much more difficult to lose the weight than it is to maintain in the sense of the work you're putting into it. When you are trying to maintain, you're just trying to make sure you're doing some things, checking the boxes. So just getting a workout or two in during the week. But most people take an all or nothing approach with their diet and their fitness where they go really hard or they do nothing. And this is when, like I said, life happens and they do nothing. You need to start figuring out where you start to actually learn consistency and expectations. You need to start figuring out how to do nothing during this time or how to not do nothing during this time. So a good thing that I would start recommending that you do is start taking 80-20 approach. So allowing yourself to have foods that you enjoy 20% of the time, 10 to 20% of the time, and then eating foods that are healthy about 80 to 90% of the time, and still allowing yourself to go out on the weekends occasionally, still allowing yourself to have any of the treats that you want occasionally, still allowing yourself to go on vacation, because that's another massive one for people, and then they fall off entirely. But then the important piece is you get right back on track when you come back from vacation. The thing is, you should not just discard everything completely. You need to make sure that you just keep this boat afloat. Now, this last wall is one that a lot of people don't tend to hit. They don't tend to get to. But if you can get through all three, then you're going to get to the ultimate wall. And this is wall number 4. And I like to call this wall change. This wall is where a lot of people will sit here and tell me, oh, I'm trying to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds and I just can't seem to get it off. Or I'm happy with my weight loss progress. I'm happy where I'm at right now, but I'm really nervous to gain the weight back. This is the wall that a lot of people really get stuck with, always continuously losing weight. Or they'll gain a couple pounds, lose a couple pounds, gain a couple pounds, lose a couple pounds. Even if they did wall number 3 and fix wall number 3 the right way. This is what I want you to start doing. You need to change your goals. This one is tough for a lot of people because, like I said, you're nervous to gain all the weight back. You've lost it before, though. So during this time, I don't want you stuck in weight loss forever. And this is coming from somebody who is trying to help you lose weight, okay? I'm trying to tell you to not always lose weight. You should have a change in goals. Maybe that's a strength training goal where you start focusing on, I want to get my first pull-up. I want to get a 200-pound deadlift or some sort of goal in the gym. This could be a different goal even outside of strength training. This could be wanting to build some muscle. This could be wanting to develop some healthy relationship with food. This could be wanting to just maintain weight and not lose weight. This goal here in number 4 and change, you need to figure out how to be okay. And during this time, typically one of the toughest parts is just the mental struggles. You need to be okay with changing your goals. And that is how you are going to get through wall 1 and 2, where most people struggle the most. And then finally, this is where weight loss sticks and you're able to hold it off forever. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably aren't at wall 4 yet. So one of the best ways to start working through walls 1 and walls 2 is by watching this next video that I have here on why high protein diets make it hard to stay fat.